Hey guys, lesson 15 for phonics today. Let's do our warm-up of blending and segmenting. Start with the first word, head. Head, so let's blend it. H-E-D. How many segments? 3. So H-E-D. Good job. Let's do beak, like a beak of a bird. B-E-K. How many? 3 segments. B-E-K. Good job. Let's do sock. S-A-K. 3 segments. So S-A-K. Good. Let's do the word ship. Sh-I-P. Sh-I-P. How many segments? 3. Good. Sh-I-P. Let's do the word grade. Let's blend it. G-R-A-D. G-R-A-D. How many? 4. G-R-A-D. Good job. Let's do the word dress. D-R-E-S. D-R-E-S. 4. So let's D-R-E-S. Good. Let's do the word socks. S-A-K-S. 4. S-A-K-S. Good job. And our last word, crab. K-R-A-B. 4. K-R-A-B. Good. You guys are getting good at blending and segmenting. Now, let's go into our flip book, and we are going to start with the letter here. All right. So if I hold this card up, can you name that letter right there? What letter is that? It's the letter J. Good. It's the letter J. And if I go down here to the bottom, this word is jump. And J is used to spell and write J in English words. Now look at the power bar here. Think about that J. Is it a very common spelling or a less common spelling? It doesn't look like it's very common, does it? No, because the power bar's not that long. Good. Let's look at our next letter. What letter is this? It's a Y. And we come down here, we have the word yes. We have the word yes. Okay. Y is used to spell and write yeah in the English language. So look at the power bar. The power bar here, it's not very long either. It's about medium size. We may have yeah on some of our words, but we don't have a lot of it. So this is not a very common English spelling that we have here. So we had J and Y today. They're both consonants because they are red also. Great. So now it's time for reviewing of our spellings. So I am going to prepare my board here so you can see this. We are going to practice our J's and our Y's today. There we go. All right, so I'm going to make it. There we go. We have our J's and our Y's on here. Now, I would like for you to get a whiteboard and your marker to do this with me until you get to the point where you can get the sheets off and do them yourself. But right now, I want you to practice with me, okay? So let's practice writing the lowercase j, and this j sounds like ja, okay? So we're gonna start at the dotted line, and we're gonna make a fish hook ending about that bottom line, and we're gonna put a dot on top. We're gonna make a fish hook down and a dot on top. And it makes what sound? Ja. Good. Let's make a fish hook down and a dot on top. Fish hook down, a dot on top. A fish hook down, a dot on top. A fish hook down, a dot on top. Good. And the lowercase j sounds like a what? Ja. Good. Now let's do the capital J. Note capital J, it starts on the top line and goes to the bottom line, but it's just a hook. There's no dot on it, all right? And it has the same sound as the lowercase j, ja. So let's make a few more of the J's. Make sure that they are sitting on the line, okay, and that they're made correctly, please. And they fill up the whole row. How does the uppercase J and the lowercase j sound? Ja. Good. Now, let's practice making the word jam on our paper. So we're going to start at that dotted line, the fish hook down, the dot on top. We're going to circle to the left, come back up with a short stick down for making an A. Then we're going to make an M. We're going to make a short stick, and then we're going to hump and then hump to make the M. And we've made the word jam. Jam. So let's make the next one. Lowercase j, A, M, jam. And I'm going to make it one more time because I've got room for one more word. J, A, M, jam. Good. Now remember, if you know this word jam, you could blend it. Jam. Good. So now let's talk about our Y, our lowercase y. We're going to do a diagonal right and then a diagonal to the left, ending just below that bottom line. So we're going to do a diagonal right and a diagonal left. A diagonal right, diagonal left. Diagonal right, diagonal left. Diagonal right, diagonal left. Diagonal right, diagonal left. Good. The Y sounds like what? Yeah, yeah. Good. Now, I'm going to sit because it's gotten a little lower because it's too low for me to stoop down. So now let's make the capital Y. Capital Y. With the capital Y, we're going to start at the top line and we're going to diagonal right, diagonal left, and straight down. Diagonal left, diagonal right, and straight down. Diagonal left, diagonal right, straight down. Diagonal left, diagonal right, straight down. Diagonal left, diagonal right, straight down. Diagonal left, diagonal, straight down. Good. And the capital Y and the lowercase y sound how? Yeah. Good job. All right. Let's practice writing this word here. So let's blend that word. S. Yes. What word does that make? Yes. So let's practice writing the word yes. So remember, diagonal right, diagonal left. Let's make a short line in and curve around. Half circle left, half circle right to make the word yes. Diagonal right, diagonal left, short line, circle back to the left, half circle left, half circle right for yes. Diagonal left, diagonal right, short line, circle around to the left, half circle left, half circle right for yes. Good job, guys. So if you look up there, we have created the word jam and yes today using our letters J and Y. How does a J sound? J. How does a Y sound? Yeah. Good. Good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what 15.2 looks like, but we're not going to do it right now because we're going to move on into something else. All right, but I am going to introduce it to you. All right, we've done these before, and I know that I have probably sent several of these back to some of you all, but I want you to understand what you have to do on this. Okay, let me see if I can get it a little closer. All right, I'm just going to show you the first two for right now. So if you look up here, you have the word bed written. You have to find which one of these is bed and you write that word. That's all you have to do. So you pick out which one of these is bed and you're going to write it. You do not have to write what this is or what this is. All I want you to do is write this word where it correctly goes. And you will do that for all of this page, okay? You have the word jet, jog, and jam. And once you've done both the writing and this page, then you will turn that into me, all right? All right, turn that off. All right, you guys are getting really good with your handwriting. I feel like my handwriting's improving a lot too. Maybe I needed to come back to first grade to learn how to write again. All right, so now we are at our chaining part of our lesson. Our chaining part, this is one of my favorite parts. All right, so we have added our Y and J to the mix of letters today, all right? We still have our vowels, the E, the I, A, O, and U, all right? And we have our Y, J, B, H, N, R, V, P, L, G, G, B, B, T, T. Oh, there's another L. We'll put it over here. L, L, S, S, W, W, F, F, M, M, Z, Z, C, K, and D, D. Good. Oh, we have another B. Apparently, I have my letters all mixed up here. That's all. All right. So, we have went over all of our spellings, our vowels, and our consonants. So now I'm going to give you a word, and I want you to say this word with me. All right? I want you to say the word jut. Jut. Okay. What is the first sound in jut? J. It's the J. Good. All right. So J is the first letter. What is the next letter in jut? What makes the sound? The U. Good. And the T. T. It's the T. So now we've created the word jut. Jut. Say that word with me. Jut. Good. So if that's jut, how can you make the word just? Just. What would you do? How could you change jut into just? What do you hear in just that you don't hear in jut? So you hear an S. Good. All right. So let's think about how many sounds we hear in jut. J, t. How many was that? It's 3. So in just, let's see how many sounds. J, s, t. So there's 4. Where do you think the s is going to come? It will fall right before the T. Good. So you have the word just. Good job. So from just, let's make the word jest. Jest. What am I going to do? I'm going to replace the U with the E, and now I have the word jest. Good. Well, what if I want to go from jest to jet? What would I do? Jest to jet. You're right. I would take out the S and move the T over, and now I have jet. Good. What if I want to make jet into yet? Yeah. What makes the y sound? The Y. So I'm going to take the J off and replace it with Y, and now I have the word yet. Good. From yet, let's make the word yes. What do you ending? An S. So we need to replace the T with an S, and now I have yes. Good. Well, let's make yes into yem. Yem. What do you hear at the end? M. Okay. So let's replace the S with an M, and now we have yem. Yem. Now, from yam, let's make yam. 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 What makes the sound? Right, it's the A. Yam. Yam. Good. From yam, let's make jam. Y to j. What letter am I going to replace? The Y. And I'm going to replace it with the J. And now I have the word jam. Jam. Now, making the word jam, let's make the word jag. Jag. What letter am I going to replace? The M with the G. So I'm going to take the M off and replace it with a G, and now I have jag, jag. Good. Now, from jag, I want to make the word jig, jig. What word am I going to switch now? Jag to jig. The middle sound, yeah. I'll replace it with the I. Jig. Good. So now let's go from jig to jog. Jog. What makes the ah sound? O. Good. So I'm going to replace the I with the O, and now I have jog. Good. From jog, let's go to jot. What letter am I going to replace? The G with a T. Good. So now I have jot. Good. From jot, let's make the word jut. Jut. What letter am I going to replace? The O with the U. Good. Jut. Let's make the word jug. What letter do I need to replace? The T. And I'm going to replace it with a G. Good. And now I have the word jug. What if I want to make the word jub? What letter would I replace from jug to jub? I'd replace the G with a B. Good. I have the word jub. Good. What if I want to make the word job? What letter would I replace? The U. I would replace the U with an O. Job. Good. From job, I want to make the word jab. Jab. What letter do I replace? The O with the letter A. And now I have the word jab. Jab. Well, let's make the word jam. What letter would I replace? Jab, jam. The end. Good. Now we have jam. Good. From jam, let's make yam. Yeah. What letter? The beginning, we'll replace the J with the Y, and now we have yam. Good. Let's make the word yap. Yap. We have yam. How would I make the word yap? Replace the M with a P. Good. Now I have yap. Good. And let's make the word yip. Yip. Replace the A with the I. Good. And now I have the word yip. Awesome. Good job, guys, on chaining today. So let's come back over here. Slide that over because we'll have to use the board here a second. All right, we're in our tricky word part of the day. Let me get my words here. We have this word here. How would you pronounce this word by blending it? Let's try it. Actually, this word is pronounced are. All right, we are happy. I'm going to write that word on the board for you to see. Are. Now, I'm going to underline the whole word. Do you know why I underline the whole word? Because it's completely tricky. The only spelling pronounced as you would expect is the R. Not the beginning of the word, not the ending of the word. This R is all you hear because it's so bossy. So when you're reading the word R, remember to pronounce it as R. And when you write the word R, you have to remember to spell it as A-R-E. All right, our next tricky word is this word here. Try blending that word. This word is pronounced were, as in we were at the grocery store. So I'm going to write this word on the board. Were. Now, I'm going to underline the ER and that E. So I've got all of them underlined except for the W. All right. This W, we expect it to go what? So it's good. But it's the ER and E, that's the tricky part of the word. You would probably expect it to be pronounced I, but it's pronounced So when you read the word were, you have to remember to pronounce the letters E-R-E as But when you write the word were, you have to remember to spell the with the letters E, R, and E. All right, and I've got one more tricky word today. The word here. Okay, try blending that one. Have. What word is that? Have. It's the word have, like I have a bike. I'm going to write that word on the board. Let me get a different marker because I think I've dried mine out. Okay, have. All right. And I'm going to circle this H because that's a sound we would normally hear, the H. And I'm going to circle the letter A because that is pronounced A as we would probably expect also. I'm going to circle the letter V because it's pronounced as V, as you'd probably expect. And I'm also going to circle the letter E because it does not stand for any sound in this word. So when you read the word have, you have to remember to pronounce it as have. But when you write the word have, you have to remember to add an E at the end of it. It's kind of silent there. Have. Now what I would like to is for us to practice reading. Remember, phrases are a set of 2 or more words with spaces between the words. I'm going to write a phrase on the board and I want you to read it for me. All right? So let me erase. Our first phrase. My markers are not wanting to work. Let's try this one. Oh, that's that's really light. Let's see here. There. There. So let's read this phrase. Jump on bed. Repeat that with me. Jump on bed. Good. Let's read the next one. Have cats. Have cats. Good. Let's read the next one. Yes and no. Yes and no. Good. Read this with me. Dog yelps. Dog yelps. And a yelp is like he cries. Yelp. Let's do the next one. Oh, this is a longer one. And notice this one has a capital letter at the beginning. And there's a capital letter there. And there's a period at the end. So this isn't a phrase. This is a sentence. So let's read our sentence. Mom and Dad are up. Why do you think we capitalized mom for? Maybe because it's at the beginning of the sentence, because our first word is always capitalized. And mom and dad are special people. So are they nouns here? They are nouns in this sentence also. And it completes a thought. So we could put a period at the end because it has our subject and it tells what they're doing. So we have a subject and a predicate. All right, so our next one is let's read this one. Just a bug. Just a bug. Good job. So let me erase so we can write some more up here. What does that say? Jog fast. Jog fast. Let's read the next one. Not a dog. Not a dog. Good. Let's read this one. Is fun. Is fun. And our last one. Were wet. Were wet. All right, guys, thank you for working so hard. Make sure that you do those 2 worksheets for your handwriting, okay? 15.1 All right, they are in your classroom, and I will see you tomorrow.